Hello, everyone. Let's get started. This hour on Verbling, we're going to continue with my Idioms series, which we started last week. Today, it's all about body idioms. Hey, want a class you can sink your teeth into? Get it? Sink your teeth? Body idioms? You'll learn as many new idioms as you possibly can for the body that apply to every situation imaginable, and we'll have maybe a little contest at the end to see if you can find the idiom that you use in your language, in English. It's always fun to try to translate them and see what they sound like in another language. Sometimes they're quite amusing. So we're going to get started with that in just a minute. I'll give everyone a chance to come on in. And let me just do a quick introduction while we're waiting, and then we'll get started. So I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on that link in the chat window that says, let's see, John Eric Verbling Teacher, it's got a link there to my homepage in Verbling. You can follow me to see all my upcoming group classes, and of course, you can schedule a private tutoring session with me. These group classes are fun. They're great for interacting and getting some practice, but serious, serious personalized learning will happen in a group, in a private class, because we'll work together on a custom-tailored package that will get you to your needs as soon as possible. So you've got more individual attention. Just send me a message first so I can find time in my schedule for you. All right, enough about me. Let's go to the idioms. I'm going to share my screen with you and say hello to everyone as you come in, and we will get started. So this is the material. You can open it by clicking on the second link if you like. And let me just say hello to everyone. First of all, first person I see is Mr. Mikkel. Hello, Mr. Mikkel. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Mr. John Eric?
I'm very good. I'm very good. How is the bike tour going? Well?
Well. In this moment of the year is the best moment because the weather now is very good and we have very sunny days and yeah.
You can tour all the way down here to Portugal.
Yeah, but I think that there is not very easy to go cycling because the traffic is quite heavy. Oh,
in the city, yeah, but there's all that other country.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day.
One day.
Yeah.
I'll have a party for you when you arrive, okay?
Okay.
Just let me know in advance. Welcome back, Carmen, as well. Great to see you, Carmen. How are you?
Hello, everybody in the room. Hi, John. Nice to see you too.
Fantastic. Nice to have you back. And then I saw Iara. Am I saying your name right? Iara?
Ayara.
Ayara. Hello, Ayara.
Yes.
How are you?
Hello. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
And where are you from, Ayara?
I'm Brazilian.
You're from Brazil. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, but I live in Australia.
I think you've been here before. Now that you mention Australia.
Yeah. My second meeting with you.
Okay, very good. And what brings you to Australia? That's kind of far.
Yeah, very far. So my husband decided to move over here.
Yeah.
And enjoyed a lot. So we got visa this year, the resident visa. So I don't have predictions to go back to Brazil.
So you decided to follow your husband to Australia.
Yeah, because my husband doesn't like the quality of life in Brazil.
Things are a little bit tough in Brazil.
Yeah, things a little bit tough. Yeah.
Here too in Portugal, not so easy these days. Let me say hello. Let me say hello to who else is here? Mr. Vincenzo, of course. Welcome back, Vincenzo. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Good morning. How are you?
Nice to see you. And Jose, nice to see you as
Yeah.
well.
Nice to see you too, teacher.
Hello, John. Nice to
And
see
a
you.
new... Oh, hello, Jose.
Hello.
And a new face looks like Valerie. Ms. Valerie, how are you?
Hello, John. I'm fine.
And where are you from, Valerie? Let me
From
guess.
Paris.
I was going to say from France. From Paris. Excellent. And let's do this. Let's get started. These are kind of, some of these are a bit advanced, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk our way through them first, and then we're going to try them out. I think even though they're advanced, they're not going to be too hard to understand because the vocabulary is not difficult. Maybe wrapping your head around how to use them and what they really mean, that could be a little more difficult, but the vocabulary is easy to understand. So, let's get started. Take a look at this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm going to try my best to stick to the plan. We're going to spend the first 10 to 15 minutes learning new advanced body idioms. We're going to apply them to different exercises for the next 15 or 20 minutes. And we're going to finish up with a little speaking activity. I'm going to try my best to get to it, where you can freely use them in different situations. And at the very end, if I don't run out of time, which I will, because I always do, we're going to try to reflect on what we learned. And that word should say reflect, not reflect. But I can't spell very well, and I still haven't corrected it on screen. So sorry about the typo up there on the top left. It should say reflect. Let's ignore it. All right. Let's learn some new idioms. First, we're going to read through these, discuss them a bit, and then I'm going to test your knowledge and your memory in just a minute. So, Mr. Vincenzo, take a look at the one on the top. First of all, hey, look at the picture in the middle. Without even reading, do you know what idiom that refers to?
That's it.
Look at the picture in the middle. Yeah.
Yes.
What's good?
Yeah. It's like, how can I say, like penguin. It's kind of animal. I don't remember the animal.
Not a penguin. It's
No,
a bird, but a really big bird.
What is it? It's struzzo, uno struzzo, in Italiano struzzo, but I don't remember, I don't know the name in English. Struzzo?
Struzzo. Who knows
Struzzo.
struzzo in English?
What is struzzo in English?
I think it's an ostrich.
I think you're right. Ostrich.
What's the name? Can you write it, teacher?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Because actually, Carmen, you write it. Because
Okay.
for some reason
Ostrich. I don't
I
know
write
if
it. It's correcting me as partridge when I try to write it.
Is it
Oh my
like that?
See, ostrich.
Like what?
Ostrich. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Got it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. For some reason, my spell check must be in the wrong language, and it keeps correcting me to the wrong word. Give me a second. Let me try it again.
Okay, thanks. Yes.
Okay. So you're absolutely right. It's like an ostrich that
It's the same like the same in Italian.
It is? Okay, great. So read the first little blurb of text on the top left for us, Mr. Vincenzo.
Yes. You should face up to your problems. Don't just bury your head in the sand.
Like a struzzo.
Like a struzzo, like an ostrich. Yes.
So, have you ever buried your head in the sand, Vincenzo? Can you relate to this in any way?
I think that yes. I think that generally we don't see very well what we have to do in our life, teacher, or we are going to do something that is different, or could be better, could be the things better than we do, or no? What do you think?
I think that
just a little our head on the sand, no? Just put around our head. Yes, that's the problem, teacher. Not completely, but
I'll tell you what I think here, Vincenzo. I think when it comes to climate change, governments like to bury their heads in the sand. When it comes to global warming, corporations like
Yes,
to bury their heads in the sand.
I
They want to.
think in general we prefer to like
Oops, I lost you. Say again.
or not. Do you agree?
I lost you a second there. Vincenzo, repeat.
Come on. What did you say?
One
No,
more
things
time, I
that-
couldn't hear you.
Yeah. We prefer to do things that we like, not things
Of
that
course.
we have to do generally.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So with this expression, it comes to mind if you look at politics, you know,
Mm.
politicians, elected officials do what they want, not what we want them to do.
Yes, that's
And
the
in
problem.
particular, when I think about climate change, because there's lots of debates in the United States right now, they bury their heads in the sand. That would be a great way to use that particular idiom. All right, so that's one
Yes,
example that comes to my mind. We're going to come back to these in a minute. I'm going to test your memory in just a minute after we
Yeah.
read through these. But try to think of a way to link it to your experience if you can. Try to think of a situation for each of these. Ms. Valérie, are you there?
Yes, generic.
What do you think
But-
about my French accent? Ms. Valérie. Mademoiselle Valérie. Is that great?
Perfect.
Thank you. Why don't you read the second one on the left side for us?
Yes, but I'm just a little lost. It's the first time I use bubbling, and the text you are reading is the head and face.
That's right. Yeah, we're on. You can open it in your computer if you're having trouble seeing it, or
Yes.
if you can
What
read it
is-
on the screen.
What is the part you want me to read?
So, read the second text on the left side. Do you see it?
You should face up to your problems.
Oh, that's the one that Vincenzo just read. The next one down, please.
My dad.
My dad.
That's it.
Oh.
Go ahead, Valerie. That's it.
My dad has a good head for figures. He can do complicated sums in seconds.
Very good, very good. So, what do you have a good head for? See if you can relate this to your experience based on that example. Do you have a good head for figures?
Not really.
Not really, me neither. I have trouble with addition and its tricky friend, subtraction. So what do you have a good head for, Valerie?
I don't know.
What do you do? Are you a surgeon? Are you an artist? Are you a
Secretary.
firefighter? A secretary. So do you have a good head for organization, being a secretary?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, very good, very good. So with each of these, we're going to try to find some example in our lives or our experience that we can use it. We can use the same expression. So maybe, by the way, when you say secretary, what do you mean? Like a secretary in politics or secretary as in an office?
In an office.
In an office. We don't usually say secretary anymore, by the way, in English. It's not used so much. We can say a lot of things. It depends on what you actually do. But we tend to say administrative assistant, not personal assistant. It depends on who you're working with. But for some reason, these days, we don't use the word secretary. Because secretary for us is a thing you write on, like a big desk, not a person.
Excuse me, teacher, but an assistant of the director is not a secretary, only for the director.
Yeah, we just don't use that word so much anymore. So we have to. So usually there's some equivalent. So I was thinking maybe it depends on what you do, but I'm thinking about students that I've had. They might say administrative assistant. If they're working at the front desk, it might be reception. It depends on their role. Anyway, usually we don't use that word so much nowadays, that particular word, unless it's like Secretary of State. Maybe Valerie is the Secretary of State in France. I don't know. I just met her. I have no idea. Okay. But soon. Let me say hello to Simone, who's joining us right now. Hello, Simone. How are you? You got to turn your microphone on, Simone. Hello, Simone. All right, Simone, when you get your microphone on, just say hello to the group. All right, we'll come back to you in a moment. Mr. Mikkel, I'd like you to read the third one on the left for us.
There's more to this news story than meets the eye.
What kind of news story might that be? If there's more to it than meets the eye, think of a news story that might fit that description. Are you a news junkie, Mikkel?
Sorry, if I'm used. Sorry, what? Sorry?
Are you a news junkie?
A news junkie.
Yeah. Are you addicted to the news?
To the news?
Yeah.
Not especially. No, not too much.
Because there's quite a few stories in the news that I could say that idiom about right now. Quite a few stories. What comes to your mind? More than meets the eye.
Could be that when something when some news appear, the story is deeper than we can say at the first moment. Or
that is exactly right. That is exactly right. It could be a situation, a news story. It could be a person. There's more to Mikkel than meets the eye. Is there more to Mikkel than meets the eye, Mikkel?
Maybe it's a secret. It's a secret. Maybe more than you can see in this picture.
Ah, okay. Are you James Bond, Mr. Mikkel?
Maybe.
Maybe. When I think of a news story where there's more than to the news story than meets the eye, there's all kinds of crazy news in America these days. If you've been watching what's going on, every month there's been a police shooting in the United States, and they keep making headlines. And the people who do it, usually it's usually the police, the local police. Major problem with racial profiling in the United States, and the excuses that they've been given are the person had a gun, the person was suspicious, there was more to the person than met the eye, or whatever. And then the video footage shows that nothing like that was the case. There's about 5 of these cases in the last 5 months alone, about once a month. So immediately, that strikes me as a good situation where you could talk about this, or anything else, actually.
Yeah, last day I saw one of these TED Talks. It was Monica Lewinsky speaking about her story.
Yeah.
And he explained a totally different history that the history that I saw or I knew.
Not history, but story. A totally different story.
The story, sorry. In 1998, I think that this happened, and in this moment, on the media, the story was totally different than the story that she explained in this speak. So there is a.
So did they try to? Are you saying that they? I didn't see the TED Talk. Did they try to cover up what happened? They tried to change the facts. You mean about her and Bill Clinton?
No, she explained the feelings that she had.
Okay.
And she was very depressed, and she disappeared 10 years, along 10 years, no most, and it was I think that most of us we think that happened something totally different, no?
So
she explained that it was a very mistake, She was very young, only 22 years old, and it's very easy to make mistakes when you are young, no? And she was.
So in this case, there was more to Monica than met the eye, meaning that the media portrayed her as an object, and in reality, she's a real person with feelings.
Mm.
I think I didn't see the TED Talk, but I remember hearing some things about it or reading about it. So she was talking about her reaction to how she was portrayed in the media. Yeah. So that's a good example for this idiom too, because this doesn't have to be a negative thing. There's more to her than meets the eye. Doesn't mean only something bad, right? It just means more, perhaps deeper. So that's not a bad example, actually. Well, we've got quite a few of these. We're going to move on to the next one. Good example, Miguel. Jose, take a look at the 1, 2, 3, fourth one on the left
Fourth
side.
one. Okay. Let's put our heads together and organize a surprise birthday party for Sam.
Oh, lucky Sam. When might you, or when might we put our heads together? In what kind of a situation? Try to think of something that might have happened to you.
You have to solve a problem in a team, for example.
Yeah. Like Scooby-Doo. Come on, gang. Let's put our heads together.
Yes.
Maybe.
When you work in a team, you have to put the heads together in order to solve the problems.
Exactly. So you could use this at work. It would be a
Yes.
great way to start a meeting. Hi, everyone. We're here to put our heads together and solve the problem X. Good way to start a meeting. There you go. Excellent.
Business is very common.
Absolutely. We've got other idioms which are particularly good for business. With business, we tend to use idioms related to war, but that'll be for another class. Everything is a battle when it comes to business. Time is money and business is war. But next class, next Thursday. Let me just say a quick hello to Simone. Is your computer working now, Simone? So Simone, when you get your microphone on, just say hello to everyone, and if there's any problem.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Thank God. Thank you.
Fantastic. And where are you from, Simone?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, excellent. It's early in the morning for you.
Yes, but I am not in Brazil now. I am in London, so it's 10
You're in
a.m.
London?
here.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All the Brazilians have escaped. They're in Australia and now London, and they're everywhere.
Yeah.
There you go.
I study English.
That's a good place to do it. Very good. So Simone, why don't you read the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one on the left side. We're going to go a little faster now. Read it and tell me if you can think of a situation in your life or your experience that it relates to. So read the fifth one for us, Simone.
On the left side?
On the left.
Okay, I think the success of his first film has gone to his head. He thinks he's wonderful.
Very good. Repeat after me. Success.
Success.
Right. Not success, but success on the second syllable.
Yeah. Okay,
That's it.
Success.
Has anything gone to your head?
I'm not sure sometimes. Sometimes maybe you think like, oh, I am the best one because I did this, right? Yeah, sometimes you can't avoid this feeling, but I'm not sure if it's a good feeling. Like if it's productive.
Productive, right.
Productive, yes, thank you.
Exactly. So, that's why they talk about his first film, because it probably has something to do with some Hollywood actor saying something stupid in public. The success went to his head. He thinks he's great. All right, so that's a very good example. We all get that feeling once in a while. Carmen, can you do the last one on the left side for us?
Okay then. She won't apologize because she doesn't want to lose face.
Ooh. When might we lose face? Or when have you lost face? I just realized that the moon in your picture is blinking.
Yeah, it does.
I just saw a little eye.
I had it for about 2 months, and you just have realized now.
Yeah, look at that. He's like winking at us. Oh, very interesting.
It is.
So, when might we lose face? Have you ever lost face? Who has lost face? We gotta plug in reality now.
Okay, I mean, I don't really get it. It's like you have to accept that you're wrong, and then it's like you're humiliated or you're embarrassed or something.
You don't accept that you're wrong, probably.
Yeah.
You probably don't accept. She won't apologize. She doesn't want to lose face. So, what's the first thing that people see when they look at you? Usually, the first thing they see is your face.
Your face, that's it.
Exactly. So if you lose face, they look inside of you, and they know the truth.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
The dark truth. Has anyone lost face in the public eye that you can think of? Who has lost face?
When the actor or actress have done anything wrong, and the media all know about it, and they publish it. So
Could be.
Yeah. I can't remember any now, but it must be something like that.
Something like that.
Private thing that has come public, so everybody knows about it.
Yeah. Can you think of anything in particular?
Yeah, but I can't remember. I don't know. Any private affair? Well, I can't remember that guy, the British guy, someone found him. George Michael. So no, I was thinking about a British actor was found with a hookah in a car, and
Hugh Grant.
That's it. Absolutely. Thank you. That's it.
Now that's interesting because his friend Emma Thompson. What's her name? Emma Thompson. Emma Thomas. Yeah. Forgot her name. Her last name. Famous British actress. So
Emma Thompson, I think.
She defended him, right? So that he wouldn't lose face. So here's a good example of how to use the idiom. What is her name? Emma Thomas? Is it?
Emma Thompson. No.
Thompson. Okay.
Yes.
Emma Thompson said, "Good for him." She said this in some tabloid or whatever. Good for him. I'm glad he did it. I'm glad we caught him because there's nothing wrong with it, and we should all ignore it or whatever. She said something like that. She said that so that he wouldn't lose face with the public. So there's a good way to use the expression, right?
Okay.
She did so he wouldn't lose face, so he wouldn't be seen in a bad light. Something like that. What about the one on the very top? It is Ayada. Look at the one on the very top above the picture.
Kate is head and shoulders above her twin sister when it comes to passing exams.
Is she better or worse than her twin sister?
Is head and shoulders above. So, I would say better, because above.
Significantly better.
Yeah.
Because your head and shoulders is like a third of your body, so she is quite above. Okay? Now, Ayada, who are you head and shoulders above, besides me?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Oh, you're too modest. You're too modest.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a trick question.
So, head and shoulders usually means someone significantly above or ahead or more advanced or better in some way. You might use it with sports. His ability, I don't know. His ability, the striker's ability, was head and shoulders above the rest of the team. The rest of the team was slowing him down. He was better than the rest. He was head and shoulders above. Something like that. Mr. Vincenzo, what about the one underneath the photo? Can you read that one for us?
Oh, I don't think that's it. I didn't catch it. What did you say?
Read the one below the little photo.
Below, okay. I don't know why I didn't get the job Perhaps my face just didn't fit. Didn't fit. No, I don't know.
What do you think about this?
Didn't fit. Didn't fit. I was the right person for that job. No.
Exactly. Now, what is it? What is it that's wrong if my face didn't fit? Because we say face.
My face just didn't get the job. But I think all face, but it is the person.
Well, because it's face, it probably has something to do with the way you look.
Perhaps my face, just for the appearance, it's very strange, or not?
Yeah, it's just for the appearance. So can you think of an example of someone whose face just didn't fit their job or their situation?
That could be for an actor, teacher.
Absolutely could.
Yes.
Think about an actor who was cast into the wrong role in a movie. That's a good example.
Yes, I think each actor has a particular character in order to run a role, no? I think,
exactly.
No? Or for example, Schwarzenegger, or
do you know that
Sylvester Stallone.
Exactly. Do you know that Schwarzenegger is doing a dramatic film, a serious film right now? He's starring in a serious drama. It's a bit silly, but it's a serious one where he really has to act, and his face. Apparently he does a good job. I didn't see the film. I forgot the name of it, but it's coming out right now. And he actually has to act the entire film. It's about him saving his daughter, and his daughter has got some disease, and it's a bit science fiction. But apparently he really has to act. And we could probably say that his face doesn't quite fit the role because we expect him to be, in an action movie. But now he's old, and he's trying to act for the first time. So we'll see how it goes.
But yes, it could be possible if it is an eclectical actor, no? Could be a more eclectical. No?
I would hope they would have a more eclectic actor in that kind of a movie, but we'll see how it goes. The original James Bond.
Yes, I prefer the first one, teacher. Sean Connery, I prefer that.
He was not the first, though. Do you know that he was not the first?
I know, it was not the first. No.
Do you know who played James Bond at the same time as Sean Connery? You'll never guess. I'll tell you one thing. His face didn't fit the role. Do you know who it was? Anyone want to guess? He's a comedian. Before, I don't know if it was before or the same year as Sean Connery, James Bond was played by Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
Yes,
one of the first James Bonds in like 1964, 5, I can't remember. Maybe it was a little bit later. Maybe it was 67.
Do you remember the name of this film, the title?
It was Casino Royale. Casino Royale.
Casino Royale. Okay.
Casino Royale with David Niven and what's the name of the actress? What was the name of the actress? Jean Moreau, I think it was. I think it was Jean Moreau. And someone else. Huge cast of characters, and Woody Allen played young Jimmy Bond. He played a young James Bond.
Yes.
True story.
Be very fun, It would be very...
And it was funny. Why? Because his face didn't fit. Why was it funny? Because his face didn't fit. Use your idiot here.
Yes, because his face didn't fit.
Exactly. Valerie, look at the one on the top right.
It was one in the eye for his critics when he won the tennis tournament.
This is a good one. It's a bit unusual.
One in the eye.
One in the eye. Have you ever given one in the eye to someone? Particularly someone who might have been critical. Or Valerie, you can think of an example. What might he have done? What might he have done to give him one in the eye for his critics?
Maybe he lost the previous tournament.
Exactly. Maybe he lost all of his tournaments, all of them, and they wrote him off. He's never going to amount to anything. But he did. There you go. Can you give one in the eye for your critics, Valerie? What are you going to do? Oh, I know. You're going to become the secretary of, what was it? I forgot. Secretary of France? I forgot what we said earlier. When you get your promotion, it'll be one in the eye for you. Of course, you don't have any critics, but if you did, you could. One in the eye. So, let's see. Let's do the rest a little bit faster because I want to test you and give you some practice opportunities, okay? Simone, next one on the right, after one in the eye.
One in the eye.
Simone?
So, I just held, bite my tongue and said nothing.
Bite or bit?
Bit.
Bit, exactly.
Sorry.
So what happened in that situation that you had to bite your tongue?
Sometimes you are about to say something and you think twice. Maybe it's better if I stay quiet. I don't say anything because I don't know the reaction. It's better to be quiet and bite my tongue.
Exactly. Particularly when someone says something totally outrageous. And you think, oh my God, what's the point? I'm not even going to say anything. It's so obvious. I held my tongue. Right? Mr. Mika, look at the third one on the right.
As an English speaker, I find it difficult to get my tongue around Scandinavian names.
Like Pjorg and Flügelflagen. Why might it be difficult to get your tongue around those names? By the way, I think it's hard to get my tongue around those Basque names, personally.
No, they think that Basque names are easier than English names.
You think?
Yes, more easier. Oh.
Maybe writing it is tricky. At least when I see the street signs when I was going through Bilbao, there were lots and lots of letters, I remember. So why might it be difficult to get your tongue around something? What does that mean?
For me, maybe not. Yeah. For instance, now next summer we are going to Iceland, and all the names there are very, very difficult.
Ah, yeah. Everyone's name ends with son or daughter. Like Björk's name is Björk Gunnar's daughter.
Yeah.
Something like that. Everyone is a son or daughter of somebody. By the way, you have to get your tongue around the name Iceland. Say that again? Iceland.
Iceland.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Iceland. Islandia. What about Czech names are difficult. Where is Arena? Is she outside or inside? Maybe she's outside. Arena, come on in. There's plenty of space. Mr. Jose, what about the fourth one on the right?
After some teething troubles, our new wireless network is working well.
What do you think?
In the first time you had some problems, but after I solved the problems, I don't have any problem for teaching well.
And who has teething troubles? What's the metaphor here, Jose?
Sorry?
Who?
Yes.
Or what kind of person, or how old is the person when you have teething troubles? We associate teething troubles with what?
Teething troubles.
I'll give you a hint. Wah! Wah!
A child.
Yep. Yeah. When you first get your teeth, it's painful,
Yes.
Right? So you're young, you can't speak yet.
When you teach to the child is very difficult.
When you teach, you said?
Oh,
Or
no.
when you, I couldn't hear what you said. Repeat.
Teething problems. What is the meaning? Teething problems.
When you first get your teeth, when you're a baby, when you first get your teeth.
Okay.
Right. So that first period, they cry a lot because it's.
Okay. When the baby born, I cry a lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's toothache, no teacher. Toothache.
Repeat. Sorry.
Toothache.
Not a toothache, because a toothache is like if you have, if you have a cavity or something like that.
It's not like this, no. Teething terribles.
No. This is for babies.
Not.
This is for babies.
For babies, yes.
Yeah.
Only for babies, yes.
Only for babies.
In the first year, the babies are all the time crying.
Exactly. So, teething trouble usually means that you can't get used to something. You will, but for the moment you can't get used to something. Just like a baby can't get used to this new sensation in its mouth. When they're older, their teeth, your teeth come in again when you become when you're getting your adult teeth, and kids aren't really crying about it because they're older, they can handle it better. So usually when you can't get used to something. Carmen, look at the fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one on the right.
Mm-hmm. I like my economic history class. I enjoy getting my teeth into new subjects.
And you can also say sink your teeth into a new subject. In American English, we use sink. So, what do you like to sink your teeth into, Carmen?
Any subject that I like. I don't know, whatever. When I'm interested in something, it's like I get my teeth into it.
Mm-hmm. Like three-dimensional calculus, right?
For instance.
Exactly. What you do in your weekends. Exactly.
That's it.
Okay, and last one is Ayada. Last one, number 14, at the bottom. Oh, we lost her. Back to Vincenzo. The last one on the right side.
Yes. In a face-saving exercise, the minister agreed to meet the demands of the striking firefighters. In a face-saving exercise. In a face-saving exercise, the minister agreed.
Sorry, sorry, teacher, I'm back.
It's like this. It's not the same like to lose face or not. Face saving.
It is. I think it is.
Yes, in order to be credible, to be
exactly.
Credible, yes.
Building up your credibility, something like that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, listen, I want to give you a chance to, I said I was going to test your memory, so take a look on this screen, and let's start with Ayada, because we lost you the last time. Ayada.
Yeah, okay.
Now, we spent a little bit of time on those idioms. I'm going to ask you to pick, I think we should go around clockwise, okay? Look at the very first one on the top, above the guy who's got his head in the clouds. Look at the very top. I want you to tell me, what idiom do you think I'm referring to? So read the one on the very top for me. So read it first, the one on the very top on slide 4. What do you see?
The slide 4?
Yep, we're on slide 4 right now. Look at the very top, or look on the screen. What do you see?
I see a man with a cloud in his head.
That's right, because his head is in the clouds.
Yeah, his head in the clouds.
Exactly. Now, read the text above that for us, please.
The text is sorry, where?
Above.
Above. The head and the face.
Above? Do you see? A lot better.
Oh, sorry. My screen is frozen. Sorry. My
Okay.
connection
So
off.
the what above says a lot better than.
Okay, now I can see a lot better than. Okay.
Okay. So what does it match with? Let's test your memory. Which of those head and face idioms do you think is a lot better than?
A lot better than.
Mm-hmm.
With the previous idioms that we.
Yep. Use your memory. Use your memory.
A lot better than is Katie's head and shoulders above. So a lot better than.
Fantastic. Head and shoulders is correct. Okay, I'll put the answers in the chat window as we do this. Let's see how fast we can do these as well, so we can get through all of them. And then I've got, if we have a few minutes, I've got a little speaking activity for you to do. Okay? So next, Miss Valerie. Not so simple. What do you think?
It's a simple.
What do you think?
I don't know.
How about this? She was portrayed as one-dimensional, but she was not so simple as that. There's another way to say that is, there's more to her than what? Give up?
I don't know.
Class, help her out.
Meets the eye.
Exactly. There's more to her than meets the eye. So, more than meets the eye, like that. So, this is a memory test. It's you have to sort of go back to those situations we talked about in order to get these, because there's no other clues on the page. Okay? Simone, so what about lose the respect of others? To lose the respect of others. What do you think, Simone?
I'm sorry, I have a terrible memory. I don't remember the idiom. And I can't open the link because my internet is freezing, sorry.
Oh, you can't see the screen either?
No.
Oh,
I'll try again.
But look at this. Look at the chat window. Lose respect of others. What I just wrote. What's another way to say that? Remember, these are all head and face idioms.
I don't know. I don't remember. That's the point.
Ah, okay. Help her out, class.
Lose
Please.
Lose face.
Lose face.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Very good, very good. Another way to say avoid. Tamika, another way to say avoid.
Avoid.
Yeah, it's like this.
This is the first one, not teacher.
It
Put
is.
The head is on in the
what? In the sand.
The sand.
Exactly.
The head in the sand.
Exactly. To avoid something is bury your head in the sand. Exactly.
Yeah.
Bury your head in the sand. That's it.
Sand.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mr. Jose, if you're really good at something,
Yes. If I'm very good in something, the idiom
what do you think?
is head and shoulders above her
Yeah.
twin sister when it comes to passing exams.
Uh-huh. It fits. We used that already, but it fits. It does that. That does mean good at. But that's like comparing yourself. You know, that's like saying better at. So without comparing yourself to anyone, not better, just good.
Ah, okay.
There's another one. I'll give you a hint.
Uh,
It's got to do with your head.
good head.
Exactly. A good head
Good
for.
head.
Good head
Good
for.
head for.
Exactly. So if you're good at something, you
Good.
have a good head for.
Good head for. Okay.
Like a good head for math. You have a
Okay.
good head for math,
for math.
don't you, Jose?
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
It's clear, John.
I hope you've got a good head for math because you're a math teacher. So I hope
Yes.
you've got a good head for math.
Yes.
Stop myself from saying, oh, this one's really easy. Shout it out. This one's too easy. Shout it out.
Hold the tongue.
Say again? Hold the tongue.
Hold the tongue a bit it.
Exactly. Hold the tongue or bite your tongue. You can also say that to someone. You know, how dare you? You bite your tongue. That means don't say what you're going to say. Exactly. Early problems. Ayara, what do you think about this one? Early problems.
Tiffany, teething trouble?
Teething trouble is correct. Very good. Very good. Plan together. This one, whoever knows it, shout it out. Plan together. To put
Our
heads
Put
together.
our heads together.
That's it. That's it.
yes.
If your appearance is not suitable, your blank doesn't blank.
Face didn't
Yeah.
fit.
Good. Your face.
Doesn't-
Doesn't fit.
That's
doesn't
it. Your
fit,
face
no.
doesn't fit. If you're deeply involved in something, you get your blank. What? Get your
Teeth
Get-
into.
get your teeth into us, or sink your teeth into.
Nice.
Oh my God, Miguel, you've become so arrogant. Oh my God, Miguel, you've become so arrogant. What happened to you?
Something goes to his head.
Exactly. All of that bike touring went to his head, and now he thinks he's better than everyone else. That's it. Let's see. Let's see.
John,
Hello?
John,
Yes. Question.
but alcohol also can goes to our heads, yeah? When make
And-
us drunk.
And then you really think you're special. Yeah.
Ah, yes, indeed.
By the way, that metaphor is the same because we can use it like to say you're drunk with power. So there's some metaphor there with intoxication and self-importance. So it goes to your head, alcohol goes to your head, and you can be drunk with power. So it all comes from the same metaphor, I think. What about a disappointment? Oh, Vincenzo, what a disappointment. What a what? What a disappointment. It's another way to...
A disappointment.
Think about your famous tennis player. You've lost every single match for the last year, but today you won. What did you do to your critics?
Yeah. His eye, no, about eye. It's
Yep. It's about the eye.
Your eye is on the critics.
Help him out, class.
In the eye for?
One
The eye.
One in the eye.
One in
One
the
in
eye.
the eye. One in the eye. Yeah.
One in the eye for.
That is it. One in the eye for the critics. And the last one, confidence building act. Something that you do to build confidence. Probably
face saving.
One in the eye, four, no? With the preposition for.
before, one in the eye for. That's right.
Okay.
One in the eye for. And the other one, I heard it. Someone said it.
Face saving.
Face saving exercise or something like that. Okay, I've got lots of exercises for you to do, and the answers on the last page. But in the last 5 minutes, I want to go over to you. Think of a body part you use in your language to create an idiom. Say it in English. Does it sound funny? Let's collect the best ones and turn them into an internet meme. Let's try to create a new idiom by taking your idioms in your language and putting them in English. Think about something you say every day in Spanish or French or Basque or Portuguese or Italian And let's see what it sounds like in English. I know in Portuguese, for example, you say to kill, what is it? It's more of a proverb than an idiom, but to kill two rabbits with one. In Portuguese, it's to kill two rabbits with one stone or something like that.
No birds? No
No.
birds? Here in
But-
Spanish, it's two birds.
In English, it's with birds, right? To kill two birds with one
Spanish, too.
stone.
In Italian, it's a pigeon. Pigeon.
It's a pigeon. It's very
So why
specific.
rabbits in Portuguese? That's kind of weird, isn't it?
It's metade coelhos or something like that. Metade dois coelhos com uma pedra só or something like that. I can't remember the expression.
Yeah,
So it's rabbits in Portugal.
Portuguese.
But in Brazil, no, it's not
What is
right.
It's pássaros in Brazil.
Yes, yes.
Well, birds, everybody. Birds everywhere. I don't know why in Portugal you just love it.
Portugal, it's different. I want to hear an idiom in your language, and I want to, because if you translate it, it's usually pretty funny. It's usually, why do we choose birds in one place and rabbits in another? I don't know. So think of an idiom for a minute in your language, translate it into English, and let's see if we can understand it. Think about one that you use all the time.
I think in Portuguese, in Brazilian Portuguese, there is one that is very similar with English. It says, "Você tá com a cabeça nas nuvens." It's like you are
yeah.
with your head in the clouds, like
That's
you
it.
are distracted.
Exactly. Your head is in. We say your head is in the clouds.
Yes.
What's wrong with you? Your head is in the clouds all the time. You're always, and we have another one for that. We got another one. We've got out to lunch. You're out to lunch.
Oh, that's funny. Also,
Lunch.
One idiom in Spain could be I have lost my head.
I've lost my head.
My head, yes. When you lost the case or some object, I lost my head.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we have the exact same one in English.
In English, it's the same meaning, no?
I don't know if it's the same meaning. We say I lost my head, like I sort of maybe lost control or I lost my concentration and did something stupid.
Yes.
I don't know what I was thinking. I lost my head.
Yes.
There's
When you didn't remember where you put the case, I lost my head. I didn't remember.
not for the keys. We wouldn't use it there. We would use it if you've done something.
When you lost the concentration, okay.
Yeah, but not for the keys because it's too trivial. Like if you do something particularly stupid.
Okay.
I lost my head. Like there's no explanation for my behavior.
Okay.
But misplacing the keys, we say something else. Is there a French or a Basque one?
Yes, we use. I write this in the chat. Burutik jota in Basque. If you are crazy, and if you translate literally, is hit the head.
Hit the head. We say knock on the noggin. And I don't know how to spell noggin because it's German. Does anyone know how to spell noggin? Noggin is your head in German. Give me a second. I have no idea how to spell it. Give me a second. I'm going to look it up. Oh, maybe it's with... Is it two G's? G-I-N? Is it? Maybe I found it. A knock on the noggin. Which means... No, that's not it. Okay, I can't find it. I'll have to look it up later. It means you hit your head. You're acting crazy. You're acting weird. Did you get a knock on the noggin? I'll tell you a little story. We've got to go. I'll tell you a quick story. This is a true story. When I was young, I went to a kind of a boarding school. A boarding school for bad kids who dropped out of school. It's true. And it's true. And one of the administrators, who was a very nice guy, he was from the UK. And he had a different set of idioms than we had. And he told the story that when he first came here to the United States, his boss, who was a woman, This is a little bit inappropriate. I apologize. His boss, who's a woman, said to him, "Hey, listen, do you think you could?" I can't even say it.
Forget about it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We want to hear it. Come on, say it.
We need the end of this
We're
story.
not going to take any offense. Come on, say it.
Okay, see you next time. Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
No. You get to say it.
His boss said, "So can you come and knock?" His boss said, "Can you come and knock me up in the morning?"
Okay.
Because in British English, "knock me up" means knock on my door and wake me up.
Yeah.
But in American English, it means to impregnate someone.
Yeah.
So he was a little bit
pregnant. Yeah, that's it.
a little bit confused, and it was exactly. So different idioms in different countries. I have to start the next class, everyone. There's plenty of exercises, so download that worksheet, the presentation, try them. If you got questions or comments, send me a message in the chat window, and I'll help you out, okay? I'll be back in 1 minute to start a very interesting grammar class. We're going to do a grammar class, but it's going to be reading and discussion, so not a boring grammar class. Stick around for awful articles in just a minute. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.